Right now at 5, the auto workers' strike continues to expand as talks at the bargaining table remain inconclusive. And the Salvation Army is working to ensure every kid stays warm this winter.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening and thanks for watching News 8 Now at 5. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is on assignment. Some 85,000 healthcare employees appear to have a new deal with hospital giant Kaiser Permanente. Kaiser and the workers union announced the tentative agreement, which would raise wages 21% over 4 years and establish a minimum wage for Kaiser healthcare employees at $25 an hour in California and $25 in other states. Workers will vote to approve the deal next week. But while one labor dispute appears to be ending, the month-long strike at America's big three automakers could be expanding. United Auto Workers President Shawn Fain says new strikes could come at any time. Earlier this week, workers walked off the job at a huge Ford plant in Kentucky after talks with the company broke down. Negotiations continue with General Motors and Stellantis, the maker of Dodge and Chrysler, but right now there is no indication a deal is in the works. And all right, it was a dreary and damp one today, but hopefully that won't stop your Friday night plans. Let's turn it over to Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart. Was it a gully washer today, Greg?
Yes, that is a Midwestern saying, but we had somewhat of that this morning. But overall, what we're seeing is just temperatures, there we get the camera right. We have rain showers going on locally, but more steady rainfall continues over Eau Claire. As we see, look at those rainfall amounts, generally 1 to 2 inches pretty much throughout the whole entire area. As we go further north and west, they had a little bit more, but overall the main band has shifted to the north, and that's why Eau Claire and the interstate up there are seeing really the light to moderate rainfall. Otherwise, we got showers further south, so it's going to be hit and miss for a lot of areas south of La Crosse. If we zoom in, not much going on all the way through Tomah. A lot of it you have to go further north towards Eau Claire to the interstate, where they're continuing to see light, and then those yellows are more moderate rainfall, and that continues. Big picture shows a swirl in the clouds. That low is beginning to push into Iowa. Eventually, it will get into Illinois. It will come to an end. Wind speeds have dropped off a little bit, but still breezy conditions, 15 to maybe 20 miles per hour this afternoon and through the evening hours. So once again, a shower or two for La Crosse, but it will be hit and miss through the evenings. I think we'll start to pick that up a little bit later when we get more rain coming after midnight. For Eau Claire, we're going to see rain continuing through overnight, probably tapering off towards the morning, but once again, it'll be a moderate rainfall at times, steady rainfall. For tomorrow, what to wear? You probably won't need much of the rain gear, but still, it'll be cool conditions with maybe a shower out there if you plan to do any out activities. But I will then break down when we'll see the sun actually maybe come Sunday and what the temperatures look like next week.
Okay, thank you, Greg. With winter approaching, the Salvation Army wants to make sure kids throughout the Coulee region stay warm with a new winter jacket. News 8 Now's Michael Germain was at the 24th annual Coats for Kids donation event in La Crosse and joins us with this year's numbers. Michael?
Emily, the Salvation Army began hosting its annual Coats for Kids fundraiser back in 1999 with only a brief break during the COVID pandemic. The program takes gently used winter clothing and distributes it to those in need. From September 8th to October 9th, folks were able to drop off unneeded coats at the Salvation Army and Quick Trip stores throughout La Crosse. In all, more than 260 coats were donated. Today, folks gathered to pick up their coats, and Salvation Army Development Director Michael Quam says the word for this year's donations is quality.
So we're not talking about the hand-me-downs, hand-me-outs that have holes and rips and everything else. We're talking about great warm clothing for folks that are going to need great warm clothing here very quickly.
Coats weren't the only items people donated. Hats, gloves, winter pants also topped the list. Coming up at 6, we talk to a volunteer who's been assisting Salvation Army for many years. Emily, back to you.
All right, great event. Thank you, Michael. Western Technical College is giving high schoolers a look at advanced manufacturing careers. Students from 4 area high schools had the chance to explore welding, machining, and automation. They each picked one area to focus on and work together to complete a task. The final product was combined with other departments to make one final project. This showed how each manufacturing field collaborates with others. A school administrator says the program gives students a sneak peek of advanced manufacturing careers.
So by exposing students to it, we get to say, hey, these are the opportunities that you have available to you. Why don't you come and experience it? See if you like it. See if you might think that you're going to be good at this.
Gamer adds that these events are important because it shows high schoolers that manufacturing is a viable career option. Next week, Western Technical College is hosting a similar program for middle schoolers. St. Mary's University and the Minnesota Marine Art Museum in Winona are hosting the Sandbar Storytelling Festival. That event started yesterday and will run through Saturday evening. Festivities include workshops, competitions, concerts, food, and of course, storytelling. The festival's art director says that storytelling can bridge any gap.
So storytelling is a bridge, and it connects you with other different people that are different from you. It will make the world a lot friendlier if people talk to each other, share their stories, to understand the compassion of others.
The event features several storytellers from all over the country. Stories are running all day until 10 p.m. We'll have more information posted on our social platforms. Well, prepare to be spooked because tonight is opening night of the Onalaska Jaycees annual haunted house. This year, the theme is fast food freaks. The haunted house is at Clearwater Farm in Onalaska and is staffed entirely by volunteers. Local Jaycees president Cole Harold says the Jaycees are actually the masterminds behind the original haunted house industry.
National organization were the ones that created the modern haunted house industry. Basically, they started setting them up as fundraisers back in the 70s and having chapters do them, and then by the 80s it was a full-blown industry.
Interesting. If you'd like to support the haunted house, tickets cost $12 on Fridays and Saturdays and $6 on Thursdays. The line doesn't have overhead covering, so make sure to bring a rain gear tonight. We'll have more information about the haunted house on our website at news8000.com. Just ahead, a shakeup in the race for Speaker. Another look at the candidates, how they've emerged from after Majority Leader Steve Scalise dropped out. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, this is a real lawyer. Yeah, I've won 1 million cases, and I'm on a bunch of billboards.
Whoa, buddy. If they want the real Nicolay, they should get the real Nicolay.
Fine.
Thank you. Russell Nicolay here. Yeah, we can help.
In a world full of choices, make sure you get the real Nicolay.
How'd you even get in here? What are you doing answering calls? Where's your mom, man?
Hearing loss is everywhere. Everyone is at risk for hearing loss. 1 in 3 people age 65 and older have hearing loss. Early detection and intervention are crucial for minimizing the impact of hearing loss. At Beltone, you get more than just hearing aids. You get a hearing partner that's with you every step of the way. Beltone has been providing hearing care in the La Crosse and Eau Claire area for over 63 years. Our hearing care professionals lead the way in training and education. Beltone of the Chippewa Valley and Coulee region with 11 locations throughout western Wisconsin and southeastern Minnesota.
For over 6 decades, Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for everyone. Starting Saturday at 7 a.m., the tradition continues during Blaine's Toyland opening weekend. Like top toys from Barbie, Hot Wheels, Melissa and Doug, and more. Plus, shop our Super Weekend doorbusters throughout the store, like $100 instant savings on any Cub Cadet snow thrower, and get these men's, kids, and toddlers outerwear styles for half price. Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland, where wishes come true for everyone, starting Saturday at 7 a.m.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or current Chevy owners get $5,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado with the Turbo Max engine. Visit HometownChevy.com.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar.
The Fall Gift and Craft Show is taking place Saturday, October 14th through Sunday, October 15th at the Onalaska Omni Center. Over 100 vendors featuring handmade crafts, stylish gifts, wonderful foods, and so much more. It's the Halloween Spooktacular at Clearwater Farm, Saturday, October 14th. A family-friendly event with crafts, games, food, and a haunted house.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
As Israel continues to attack Hamas targets from the air, Palestinians in and around Gaza City are fleeing ahead of a possible ground invasion. On Friday, Israel told more than 1 million people to leave northern Gaza after Hamas attacked dozens of targets in southern Israel. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin traveled to Israel and met with the nation's prime minister in Qatar. Secretary of State Antony Blinken called for calm.
We continue to discuss with Israel the importance of taking every possible precaution to avoid harming civilians.
Back in Washington, D.C., President Biden held a call for over an hour with relatives of Americans who still remain unaccounted for. It came as former head of the Hamas called for a global day of rage. Extra measures are being taken in places like New York City and other cities to ensure the public safety. The U.S. State Department says it's arranging evacuation flights to get Americans out of Israel. The agency says at least 20,000 U.S. citizens have reached out since the Hamas attacks. Representative Jim Jordan of Ohio received about 25 more votes today than he received earlier this week when the GOP conference voted Majority Leader Steve Scalise to be their nominee for Speaker of the House. But Scalise withdrew his bid to run Thursday night, highlighting deep divisions among congressional Republicans. Natalie Brand has the details.
Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan on Friday won a secret ballot vote by House Republicans in his bid to win the GOP nomination for Speaker.
We had a number of that comment last night, which I think we have. So we will go to conference and talk with our colleagues. But I feel real good about my side.
But some House Republicans are skeptical Jordan will be able to get enough support from moderates to get the 217 votes needed to win on the House floor.
I think there's enough people that would see what has happened and transpired over the last 40 hours to not support him that we're going to have the same problem with Jordan that we had with Scalise. So I think it's a math problem.
Jordan faced competition from Georgia Congressman Austin Scott, who filed to run on Friday, saying he wants to, quote, lead a House that functions.
If we as Republicans get the majority, we have to do the right things the right way. We're not doing that right now.
As this race drags on following McCarthy's ouster more than a week ago, House Republicans have expressed they're disappointed with their process.
There's some deep mistrust, there's some communication problems, and some things are jacked up.
While the timeline remains up in the air, House Democrats are urging their members to be ready to vote on a moment's notice.
House Democrats are expected to nominate and vote unanimously for Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. That means Republicans only need 4 members to vote opposite of the rest of their caucus in order to have their candidates get the votes necessary. Coming up, space, the final frontier. SpaceX launches a spacecraft bound for a 6-year journey into space.
And we got the solar eclipse coming up tomorrow. Unfortunately, we're going to have clouds to deal with, so I don't know if we're going to see it. I'll break down when we'll actually see the sun come out, how warm those temps look this weekend, and what next week looks like. All that coming up after the break.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out, building the highest quality doors in a wide selection of styles. Pick up this Half Moon light steel door for $284.99 after rebate. Finish your projects with a foam sealant you can rely on. Loctite expanding spray foam fills, seals and insulates windows and door jambs without bowing. Right now, pick up Loctite tight window and door foam for just $649 after 11% off.
Save big money at Menards.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need, because they're a part of them, because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job of waiting tables.
This is Tony.
Things that I've tried have failed.
And this is Tony's Good Feet story.
Before my arch supports, I felt defeated. But since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I have had no pain, which still is kind of crazy to me. I'm more positive. It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out. I would recommend it to anyone. You've tried everything that's not working, give it a try.
See how we can help you too at the Good Feet store.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck.
Or get 0.9% APR on 2023 Sierra Denali 5.3-liter V8 light-duty models. Plus, get $2,500 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
One of the biggest mistakes you can make when shopping for a car is committing to a loan payment. Once you do that, you've lost control over the entire transaction. Control over the price of the car, what you're going to get in trade, maybe even your interest rate. So if you want someone to help you along with this transaction, give me a call or one of my great loan officers.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A spacecraft named Psyche is speeding toward an asteroid after launching from Kennedy Space Center this morning. A SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket powered the spacecraft out of the Earth's gravitational pull and then released it to begin a 6-year journey toward the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. It's headed to the Psyche asteroid that's made mostly of metal, including iron and nickel. The Psyche craft will not touch down on the asteroid, but when it arrives in 2029, it will orbit Psyche for about 2 years.
Over time, we'll slowly lower that orbit, and eventually we'll be down in an orbit that takes only about 4 hours to go around the asteroid, and that's when we'll get our highest resolution data and all that chemistry data that we're talking about.
Scientists believe the asteroid is the battered remains of an early planet's iron core, and it could help them better understand what makes up the Earth's core. NASA just revealed initial samples of a separate mission that touched down on a different asteroid earlier this week. Scientists say those particles are packed with carbon and water-bearing clay minerals. This weekend, a ring of fire solar eclipse will be visible across portions of the United States. In our area, viewers will only see a partial eclipse. During a solar eclipse, the moon appears slightly smaller than the sun. But before gazing up, experts say don't look directly at it without proper protection.
UV rays from the sun is very strong and can cause damage to the retina, which is a very sensitive area of the eyes responsible for visual acuity, or sharpest point of your vision.
There are special solar viewers or filters needed to protect your eyes while looking at a solar eclipse. Look for glasses that are certified ISO 12312-2 and glasses that are not expired or damaged. You should also check that the vendor selling the glasses is approved by the American Astronomical Society. Without the glasses or filter covering your eyes, the damage is potentially irreversible. If you view the weekend solar eclipse and notice a decrease in vision, dark spots, or color distortion, contact your eye doctor right away. There will be a total solar eclipse visible in our area in April 2024. Big things to come. Now let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart for our weather forecast.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have a lot of cloud cover dealing with tomorrow, so it's going to be a luck if we just happen to luck out right around noon or thereof if we're actually going to have the cloud cover or not. But for the weekend, really, it's going to be the tale of two a little bit. Sunday, you're definitely going to see more sun at both locations. Temperatures won't change either day, mainly in the mid-50s, but I think plenty more sun will be available on Sunday, so that's probably the better of the day. But tomorrow, just occasional showers in the afternoon, and I'll show that. Really, once again, for tonight, we're dealing with rain north of Eau Claire. It's more showery as you go further south elsewhere. Once again, we'll have some showers tomorrow, and then rain chances return about next Wednesday or Thursday, but that system doesn't even look close to what we had with this one that just went through. Overall, 50s pretty much are common through Tuesday. It looks like we're going to hit the 60s by next Wednesday, and then it's going to be right around that 60 through probably next Thursday, Friday. The good news is next weekend actually does look dry in the 60s, at least right now. Here's this band that we're watching tonight. It's going to start thinning out a little bit and then rotating back to the south, so Eau Claire, eventually you'll start seeing some breaks in the rain, probably closer to midnight, and then we'll start seeing this shower and what's left of this band kind of sink southward towards La Crosse. So that's why we're thinking after midnight, rain chances chances coming back up for La Crosse and further south, but it won't be really steady light rain, just a period of light rain showers. As we get into tomorrow morning, that begins to sink further south. A little bit of a break in the cloud cover could happen somewhere between about 10 to noon. We'll have to see that. But then in the afternoon, we have more showers developing with cloud cover. Once again, these showers will be a lot of hit and miss. Once again, if you get a sprinkle or a shower, it'll be light amounts, and those winds will start dropping off too tomorrow afternoon. And the cloud cover should persist through the evening hours, and once again, probably seeing that overnight. It's going to take some time for this low to kick out of here. So by Sunday, I think we're going to start seeing a little bit break as we go into it. Some of the cloud cover in the afternoon, especially as we go into Sunday evening right there. Probably plenty of sun, but once again, we could see some fog issues this week too. Maybe some low clouds in the morning just because of all the rainfall we had. But overall, the next system that we're watching, it's going to take its time. Not till about Wednesday that we're going to start seeing an approach. Southerly winds ahead of that will help us warm up once again, probably in the 60s, at least by Wednesday before it comes through the first part. And then the low kind of tracks right overhead, so we get that wraparound moisture that'll happen probably Thursday into Friday. Once again, not what we saw with this previous system, but we will see probably rain extending Thursday, maybe into next Friday too. So that's the next system. But for tonight, we're just going to get rid of the get rid of the rain showers, at least south. Steadier rain will continue up to the north, but once again, that will taper off later. Tomorrow, once again, a few showers, morning hours, probably south La Crosse. We'll all see maybe a shower or two by the afternoon, but pretty uniform temperatures, mid to upper 50s with some sunshine depending on how things play out. And then more sun as we go into Sunday, and we should get up to 57. And then Monday, Tuesday, we're looking at temperatures right around the upper 50s, near 60. And once again, we could be dealing with some morning fog in any of those days. And then hopefully we get up to 60 as we get up toward Wednesday, and then the rain chance comes back in for the next week. So
okay, 'tis the season for this.
Tis the season. I mean, we had one period of rain. The good news is the weekend should be fairly dry. Unfortunately, it's going to be soggy out, but then once again, we should see rain next weekend. But you know, it is tis the season.
All right, thank you, Greg. When we come back, teaching kids about fire safety. Second graders travel to their local fire department to learn more about the role of a firefighter.
The 2023 Fall Home Show going on now at the Board Store Home Improvements. High quality at a low price on windows and doors, kitchens and bathrooms, siding, decks, sunrooms, and flooring. Don't miss it.
Hear everything but the gunshot. Introducing Soundgear Phantom, the world's first custom Bluetooth-compatible and rechargeable hearing protection and enhancement device, blocking loud, harmful noises while giving you that edge to hear better while hunting.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main on Alaska.
Who's always behind the scenes helping make safe, regulated childcare possible in Wisconsin? DCF. We're your trusted source in support of quality childcare. Learn more at qualitychildcare.wi.gov.
Finati's on Main Street in La Crosse is the only place you'll find this kind of variety, including our totally scrumptious caramel apples, juicy, tart, and smothered in creamy, buttery caramel. Finati's caramel apples, yeah, they're that good.
No, I'm not leaving. It's Finati's. This is the best place ever. Practices can't wait.
Hi, folks. Harvey Wood of Wood Sales and Service here. As one of Wisconsin's largest Cub Cadet dealers, Wood Sales and Service is celebrating with discounts up to $1,000 on select Cub Cadet models, Cub Cadet lawnmowers, snowblowers, commercial equipment, and UTVs. We offer the best selection and service in the area with 0% 48-month financing or cash discounts. Experience the Wood Sales advantage of service before and after the sale. Wood Sales and Service, Black River Falls. Family owned and operated for 55 years. WoodSalesService.com.
Get ready for the Fall Gift and Craft Show at the Onalaska Omni Center. Shop more than 100 of the best gift and craft vendors on October 14th and 15th. Parking and entry is free, but we are accepting non-perishable food donations. Don't miss the Fall Gift and Craft Show.
Hear everything but the gunshot. Introducing Soundgear Phantom, the world's first custom Bluetooth-compatible and rechargeable hearing protection and enhancement device, blocking loud, harmful noises while giving you that edge to hear better while hunting.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main on Alaska.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Stop, drop, and roll. In honor of Fire Prevention Week, the Trempealeau Volunteer Fire Department is teaching kids about fire safety. Students from the area had the chance to tour the station and learn more about what firefighters do. The second graders saw a demonstration of the hydraulic rescue tools used to help victims in car accidents. They even got to use the fire hose. The president of the fire department says days like this help kids understand that firefighters are there whenever they need help.
Being a volunteer fire department, we want to make sure that they understand we're just members of the community and we're approachable, we're here to support them, and if they need us, that's who's coming to help them.
One student says his favorite part of the day was getting to sit in a fire truck. Lots of fun. We'll have a look at what's coming up at 6 when we come back. And we'll have another look at tonight's forecast.
I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
I won't handle your divorce.
I do know a few things about personal injury law.
All I do is help injured people get the compensation they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
For over 6 decades, Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for everyone. Starting Saturday at 7 a.m., the tradition continues during Blaine's Toyland opening weekend. Like half-off Barbie travel dolls, just $9.99. Hot Wheels multi-loop race offsets, only $19.99. And assorted mini brands are buy one, get one half price. Plus, rewards members get a free $5 gift card with every $50 Toyland purchase. Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland, where wishes come true for everyone. Starting Saturday at 7 a.m.
Just 24 hours a day. How can I get more? There is no amount that is enough because you just have no control. Opioid use just takes all control away from the human being. Find out how to use Narcan, get it, and keep it on you. Keep it in your house, keep it in your vehicle, wherever it can be kept, just have it on hand.
In Arby's opinion, the cheesesteak is perfect. And you don't mess with perfection. Arby's does. Arby's, we have the meat.
Culligan Water takes pride in being your local water experts. We live here, work here, and dedicate our lives to improving our area's water. We deliver the world's best water treatment and the industry's best service to you. Culligan Water, your local water experts.
It's the biggest event in King Furniture's history, a complete and total liquidation of all in-stock items in our stores. Shop over $2 million of quality name brand furniture priced for immediate liquidation. This will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to save as never before on living room, dining room, bedroom furniture, and more. When each and every piece of furniture has been sold, King Furniture will shut down for 30 to 60 days for a complete and total renovation. Don't miss the King Furniture Total Liquidation Sale going on now.
With Bygoff and Rohde, you don't just get a lawyer. You get the experience and power of our entire team of lawyers, paralegals, legal assistants, and researchers. Bygoff and Rohde, Wisconsin's personal injury law firm for over 50 years.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Coming up on News 8 Now at 6, we're on to the final week of the Wisconsin high school season, and we've got a big one right here in La Crosse. Central versus Logan in the 76th Battle of the Arc. Central has won 4 of the last 5 meetings, but Logan can clinch a playoff spot with a win. Our own Rob Schiff will have more on that game in just a little bit.
All right, you got some outdoor plans, especially like corn mazes, anything that goes out. It's going to be soggy out there, at least the ground-wise. We could have a few showers tomorrow. The better the day looks to be Sunday, which we should see more sun. Once again, mid to upper 50s, cool, but not overly that bad. And those nice dry conditions continue through most of the beginning of next week. Maybe 63 on Wednesday, and then rain comes back in the forecast by Thursday and Friday.
You know, I'm looking to get out Saturday and Sunday, but I'm probably going to stay in tonight. What about you?
No, I'll be fine.
You'll be fine?
Yeah.
Rain doesn't keep him
wet,
away.
A little cool.
Okay.
We're good.
Have a good night. We'll see you at 6.